What's up guys, welcome to Veldora-kun. From our previous episode, we have witnessed a sorting of monsters inside the labyrinth. If you haven't watched the previous episodes, I will put the link in the description below. Just a quick warning, these videos contain spoilers from the light novel. Also, don't forget to join our Discord community, Veldora-kun Subordinates. The link is in the description box. So now in this video we will review what happened next, which is the arrival of Mjollmile in the Tempest. But before we will proceed, please like, subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. Now without further ado, let's proceed with the video. With everything running on schedule and the labyrinth nearly complete, Rimuru ran back to the town. And Mjollmile was helping with the building process as well once she had caught enough dragons. Rimuru thinks if it's really alright for her not to return to her nation. But well, she will be the one who will get scolded in the end. Level 51 to 60 had been assigned to Ramrus, while Veldora got levels 61 to 70. As for Mjollmile, she would be in charge of levels 96 to 99. Rimuru knew that the floors might turn out ridiculous and he doubted any adventurer would make it past floor 50 for a while to come. That's why there shouldn't be a problem if his three companions would go insane in modifying the floors to their heart's content. These rooms would all have dragons, which would be the most difficult levels with the addition of terrain effects. They will still see what they could do with the levels 71 to 94. A few days passed, and while Rimuru was scanning the buzzing city streets, he noticed Mjollmile's party headed to their direction. It seemed they had prepared and hurried their way over as soon as possible, as they arrived earlier than expected. Mjollmile said, "Rimuru-sama, I do apologize we didn't make it here sooner. I'll be in your care from today onward." And Rimuru responds, Mjollmile's-kun. You are finally here. Let me guide you over to your home here. They visited Rigurd's office and Rimuru said, "Rigurd, excuse us." To which Rigurd responded, "Oh, Rimuru-sama. Even Mjollmile-san is here too. What brings you here today?" Rigurd must have been busy, but still warmly greeted them. Mjollmile replies, "I'm sorry it's been so long, Rigurd Dono. Young master, I mean, Rimuru-sama has always given me good care, but today." Mjollmile skillfully took over the role of explaining before Rimuru could do so. They moved to the guest room and immediately dove into the discussion. They first talked about the state of arena construction, the lodging on the southwest side, the stalls they would build around the arena site, and more. Finally, they brought up the recently constructed labyrinth designed to attract adventurers to their town. Mjollmile discussed, "So the dungeon is all ready to go. It's not complete yet, but I think we can run it right now without any problem." With that being said, however, as of right now there are not many problems left with it. The Colosseum is not yet finished, but the stage has been constructed. The VIP seating's done too, all fancy and stuff, so I figure we can have the regular audience sit on sheets in the grandstand for now. If that doesn't work, we can just turn it into a standing area. They were short on time and the exterior of the building had yet to be decorated, so they would have to wait until Murd returned. But since they had been meticulous about the security, even with the construction itself being only halfway complete, the Colosseum had the necessary stylistic elements of a building. While Rigurd and Mjollmile listened to Rimuru's words, they began to plan enthusiastically. Rigurd also raised the issue about how to deal with foreigners visiting their nation and how he vowed to properly educate the residents of the town by then. Mjollmile had his own ideas for the arena and dungeon we had planned out, as evidenced by his commendably confident smile. They discussed it all, pointing out flaws and trying to correct them, figuring out what they needed and what had to be on site. Rigurd commented, "It's a tremendous relief to have the addition of Mjollmile-san into the equation." And Rimuru agrees, "Isn't that true? He's a pretty useful guy, you know. If our founding festival concludes successfully, I intend to hand over our finance department to him." Rimuru told Rigurd that he intended to appoint Mjollmile to be in charge of the financial department. In addition, he would also be managing the commercial and advertising department. This was important to Rimuru and he hoped that Mjollmile could do this for his nation. Rigurd nodded at this, promising to personally select the staff who'd work under him. Thanks to Vesta, the literacy rate here had increased across the board. Many talented individuals such as Mjollmile were of great necessity, so their country would continue to grow in the future. Rigurd, to his credit, seemed to understand that and was accepting to Mjollmile joining Rimuru's administration. He was likely aware of the shortcomings of their countrymen when it came to math. Rigurd says, "I see, that's a great idea," and Mjollmile denies, No, I'm not that good yet. But I promise you that I will tackle our issues with every bit of strength I have." Mjollmile responded humbly, but this man had always been ambitious. He joined the operation with intent from the start. He had ambition, and as long as the Founders' Festival worked out well, Rimuru have no qualms about appointing him to the roles he had laid out. Rimuru said, however, "You will still need to show some results first. The others won't accept you otherwise." And Rigurd replied, "Indeed, although if Rimuru-sama gives the order, everyone will obey regardless." And Mjollmile gives his thought, "I'd like to avoid that. Honestly, I think that I've been interfering too much in this whole thing already." To which Rigurd clarifies, "That's right. And the very fact that non-citizens of Tempest can take top administrative roles will serve as fine advertising. But in order to achieve that, Mjollmile-san has to make some outstanding achievement." And Rimuru said, "That's right. Sorry to put all this pressure on you, but can I count on you for that, Mjollmile? That would be the tricky part. If this was just about strength or something similarly easy to grasp, the monsters would easily be convinced. Diablo was a good example of this." Rimuru recalls that when Diablo wanted to be his number 2 secretary, no one had any objections. More accurately speaking, Xian objected, but that was more because Xian was an airhead. Diablo's strength was comparable to Rimuru, which was an undoubted fact. No one dared to complain about the actions of such a dangerous person. In other words, when it came to military roles or the like, pretty much anyone could become an officer if Rimuru recognized their talents. If they're strong enough for the post, we're all good. But the same couldn't be said for civil officials. They were supposed to be recruited through examinations, but sadly, they hadn't reached that point yet. People with prior experience such as Vesta were obviously welcomed, but they would still need to show actual results. Even Vesta was still technically just a consultant, in other words, he was considered as a guest. Rimuru thought that it was about time to promote Vesta to an executive too, but Mjollmile still needed to show some actual results. Mjollmile wore a very confident smile and responds, "Haha, Rimuru-sama. Please do not underestimate me. Just watch as I satisfy your expectations and make this into a massive success." To which Rimuru is proud, "Haha, Mjollmile-kun, you have earned my trust. I'll be counting on you then." And Rigurd added, "And even if you do make a mistake or two, I'll make sure it becomes a success in the public eye. That being said, if you dare to betray Rimuru-sama's expectations, my iron fists will not be generous with you." And Rimuru is surprised, hold on, Rigurd-san? Rigurd, you can't do that. Shouldn't you be encouraging Mjollmile-kun to work hard?" And Rigurd assures, "Never fear. I will leave no evidence." Mjollmile commented, Geez, Rigurd-san is so scary." And Rigurd seriously said, "I'll be counting on you then. If you do anything, you're on your own, alright?" Still, both of them had evil grins on their faces. Rigurd was no stranger to Mjollmile. Rimuru trusted they were comfortable with this relationship. This fact alone was very comforting. At the end of the day, as long as everyone could accept Mjollmile, any justification goes. And that's it for my video. Thank you so much. See you on my next upload.